From the heart of downtown Miami is one of the bleakest ghettos in South Florida. This is Overtown, a predominantly black, overwhelmingly poor community filled with vacant buildings and people who have no jobs. It is an area riddled by street crime and drugs. And one of the first things you notice here are dozens of rundown apartment buildings where people live in substandard housing. But some buildings in Overtown stand out like sore thumbs. They are owned by slumlords who live miles away from here in expensive homes. And even though they are in violation of Dade housing laws, little, if anything, is being done to repair them. For an entire month, our cameras followed Dade County housing inspectors through some of the worst slums in Overtown. Every day, inspectors find hundreds of housing violations in these buildings, some of them serious safety hazards, like this hole large enough for a child to fall through, and ceilings that cave in on tenants. We found people living with no hot water and plumbing that does not work. And we found tenants whose complaints to landlords fall upon deaf ears.
The tub is always stopped up the bathtub, and the sink in the bathroom, it's always stopped.
Can you just tell me again what year this is?
1980.
Okay, so, all right. Thank you.
And for now, about 9 months, we haven't had any hot water at all.
No hot water?
No hot water, period.
Insects, roaches, rats, bugs, flies, they all comes in because ain't nothing there to keep them out. Rats in there about that long.
How long have you had that hole in your bathroom?
About 7 months.
Do you ever call the landlord to come and fix it?
I done told him about it, and he come out and see it, and he did nothing about it.
Inspectors say these slumlords simply use the buildings as tax write-offs and don't worry about making repairs. Why don't the landlords fix them?
Because it costs money. And that's one of the reasons they're in that type of business. They're the cheapest kind of people you ever met, as some of these slumlords.
Tomorrow we'll take a closer look at the lords of the slums. Elliot Rodriguez, Channel 4 News.
Interesting. And you're just like, are you saying that it's amazing that we're still dealing with that? Are you saying it's amazing that we haven't come very far? It's just now the slumlords are corporations?
What I'm also saying is that people that support the state of Israel are often people that own these types of properties. It's very common practice.
Oh, well, yeah, slumlords.
Yeah, well, if you know anything about the industry that I'm in, I don't have to spell it out.
No.
But the fact remains that there is an ethnic supremacy that people who support the Zionist state actually believe that this is okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, because
no one needs to live like that. Nobody. Even if you're poor, even if you don't have much. But I can assure you that in the minds of the multifamily property owners, and Miami is just one example of it. Miami is just as bad now as it was then, just in different ways. The same rules still apply. Overtown is still terrible. Liberty City is still terrible. Little Havana, depending on where you are, still terrible. And Pinecrest, North Miami Beach, Plantation, Weston wasn't even created yet.
Well, Plantation's actually been here for a long time, East Plantation. But, you know, the thing is, those neighborhoods are now, many of them are just all gentrified. So they're nice now, but the people that live there are not the people that are the working people that are working in that area. So it's sort of like, you know, all you did was gentrify it and make people have one less area that they can afford to live, which is what's happening. I mean, that's what's happening in all this. Like, even what is Overtown now is a whole different thing. And it's still not great, but then once you go then you're, you know, very close to Midtown and Wynwood and all of that. And that is all part of the expansion of the gentrification. And they're going to go into Little Haiti because Little Haiti is on high ground.
That's it.
Exactly.
Because there's value. When the sea level continues to rise and the flooding gets worse, which it will.
That's why they're starting to gentrify Little Haiti and push them out. Even though that never got services, it was always treated that, you know, it's not
And you're going to have a real battle on your hands because the two most conservative areas in Broward County, Southwest Ranches and Davie, those are the most elevated areas in the entire county. So they're going to try to do what they can to kind of force a massive change in those areas to allow, major apartment complexes to get built. I mean,
you see it in Center Davie. Like I can't even.
Oh, it's so disgusting, and it's on a 2-lane road. You talk about an area for like 3 or 4 hours out of the day. You do not want to have to drive down.
No, but you're talking about University Drive. I'm talking about the actual universities that are over there and the amount of housing that they're building down Davie Road by the university.
Yes, that's what I'm
saying is all for university housing, but it's all along Griffin Road, all along. Like I can't even go over there. I need to leave. I can't be here anymore. There are too many people here. Every day I have to get in the car. Like anytime I have to get in the car, I don't know how anybody wants to live like this.
Well, it's also a reflection of the cultural shifts in our country and how a lot of it's done on purpose. People want to be in warm climate. That's part of it. I don't know what it is. I don't know why anybody wants to live like that.